Alright guys, we are back with another Armada battle report. Today we have Imperials versus Rebels, and we are doing the
Surprise attack.
surprise attack mission. So we're about to, Imperials are going first, so we're going to have some raid tokens placed on our ships, filthy Rebel terrorists, but we'll deal with it. So we are running a Imperial 2, we got Sloan, quad battery turret, gunnery team, ECM, Avenger, Grand Inquisitor and leading shots. Then a Quasar 1 with Pursuant, Hangar Bay, Comms, Flight Commander and Flight Controller, a Gozanti with CommsNet, and just had some extra points to throw around, so we're trying to put a tractor beam on it for the hell of it. Then we got Dengar, Howlrunner, Mauler, Merrick Steel, and 3 TIE Interceptor squadrons. On the Filthy Rebel side, we have
These filthy rebels have a flagship of an MC-80 assault cruiser helmed by General Dodonna. It is the Defiance. The officer, Kirsta Agate, is on there. It has the upgrade Reactive Gunner, which is a new upgrade from the Clone Wars starter sets, and some Spinal Armament. So this particular MC will actually have salvo in its defense tokens if I choose to spend a ready defense token, which is pretty cool. That's really hasn't been offered except for the new stuff, so it's be neat to try that out. There's also a absolutely naked Nebula B support refit, just because I needed another activation, and didn't want to waste the points, so nothing on that ship. And then over here next to the squadrons, we have the Gallant Haven Assault Frigate Mark II-B with an expanded hangar bay to give it a squadron activation of 4. Of course, the Gallant Haven title says before a friendly squadron at distance 1 suffers damage from an attack, reduce the total damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Looking at the squadrons, we have, what have we here? Lando Calrissian, Dash Rendar, Luke Skywalker, Rogue Squadron X-Wing, and 2 X-Wing Squadron stands. So kind of a Shadows of the Empire kind of feel in between Empire and Return of the Jedi kind of fleet going on here. Looking for Han. This particular outpost.
Yeah, no Boba Fett on our side though, so he's all.
So we didn't find him. We missed him. He's on his way out.
So we're gonna see how this goes. We'll deal with all these Rebel shenanigans, and then hopefully start punching holes in Rebel ships. We'll be back after turn 1. Alrighty, back at the end of turn 1. So basically, no shots fired, just maneuvering. So Rebel ships are coming in. We're slowing down with the Imperial fleet and actually making a right here. And then fighters kind of advanced as well. Then the assault frigate there is also coming up pretty fast, actually. Then we're just trying to get our 2 ties actually back with the rest of the group here. So we will see what happens. We did get engineering raid tokens put on us, so we're going to try and get rid of those because we're going to deal with some more raid tokens this turn. So we will see how things go as we start hopefully dealing with Rebel scum. Alright guys, end of round 2, so more maneuvering and some actual engagement here. So lots of shields have been stripped and some damage. So the Quasars, unfortunately, just completely out of position, so that's kind of getting wailed on. We did do some solid damage with the Star Destroyer on side and rear shots, actually. At the Monkel, took a good chunk of 3 hull zones worth of shields away from it, but stupid volley fire has also done the same to us, kind of. Unfortunately, overlapped a damn debris field. Fighters, lots of engagements there. We've lost 2 TIE Interceptors, but we've taken out an X-Wing in return, and Rogue Squadron is almost done as well, and a little bit of damage actually on Lando, so that's always nice. Beyond that, again, stupid raid tokens are really kind of just being annoying and ruining the day, but we're going to try, hopefully, and turn some things around and start fixing our positioning here and dealing with the Rebels on turn 3. So we'll be back after 3. Alrighty guys, end of turn 3, lots of damage. So we have lost the Quasar, but not before it put a little bit of work in, dropping more shields on the Moncal. Unfortunately, it was just completely out of position for the whole game. And actually put a crit on the Moncal, so that was nice. But ultimately, yeah. But it did take the Moncal's whole turn of shooting at it, so thankfully it didn't shoot at my ISD. And his Neb B is going to be a little bit out of position for hopefully the rest of the game. Here, things are getting more interesting. So we've killed off the regular X-Wings and Rogue Squadron with some nice shooting. Luke tried to shoot at the front of the ISD and whiffed, thankfully. So ISD did take 1 damage, unfortunately, from running over an asteroid, and we're running low on shields. But we've dealt with most of the raid nonsense. We just don't have squadron, but we need to start climbing back with shields and engineering and stuff. We have lost Dengar, unfortunately, due to a concentrated effort by, what was it, Dash and Lando. Every time getting an accuracy, so I couldn't scatter, so poor Dengar didn't do too much. We lost, or I think that was from the previous turn, but Mauler did a nice move and triggering his ability, so he actually put several damage points on ships, which also knocked out one of the X-Wings without having to actually shoot at it, and then Merrick killed off the other remaining X-Wing, and we put a little bit of damage with our Interceptor on Dash, so Dash is down to 2, Lando's down to 4. Really should have shot at Lando. That would have actually killed him with the roll that we had, but oh well. Hopefully we'll knock those guys out this turn. So lots of things can still happen. We do need to start clawing more points back. Again, Quasar was a bit of a chunk of points there with all the upgrades it had on it, and unfortunately never got to do much this game. So we will see what happens after 4. Alright guys, end of round 4. Not too much happened on this turn. These two guys are basically just maneuvering because they're essentially out of the game right now. Cleaned up a little bit more damage here and there on the fighters. Howrunner's actually taking a damage. She failed on essentially 3 dice in a reroll. Failed to do 1 damage to Dash, rolling accuracies and crits because that's what we need. So we're going to have to spend another turn dealing with Dash, unfortunately. Mauler got to move again and do some more free damage. That was always great. He is just the best. Terrorist leader Luke here has put a damage on the Star Destroyer, but we've got some shields up and stuff again, so at least we're somewhat okay from capital ship attacks. The ISD did put a little bit of damage. No, we basically dropped most of the shields on the assault frigate, and then the humble Gozantes actually rolled a single hit on the rear of the assault frigate with a crit, and actually it was a structural damage, so it did 2 damage with the, again, humble Gozantes. So good stuff there. So turn 5 coming up here, so we got some maneuvering and stuff to do. Hopefully we need to start cleaning some stuff up here to, again, get some points because the rebels are ahead right now. So we'll be back after 5. Alrighty, coming up on the last turn here, so these guys are doing some maneuvers, the Nebby and the Moncal. Fortunately for the rebels, avoiding collisions, kind of hoping that they would box each other in a little bit. Merrick is trying to run down the assault frigate and keep damage coming in. It has no rear shields again, but is likely going to get away. I think it's got, what, 2 hull left?
Yes.
Yeah, fortunately he has managed to get away far enough away so that our capital ships can't shoot him. We basically took out Dash and Lando this turn. Luke took a little bit of damage. Coming up in the last turn, though, there's really not going to be much of a way to get to any of the rebel capital ships, but hopefully we can at least take Luke down, keep clawing back a couple points here, and then we'll see how things end up. So last turn coming up.